and then you see it through the Jeep on the other side
Wow.
of the Jeep. And then you see it over there
Yep,
in
just
front of
went
the
by.
Jeep. Again in front of the Jeep.
Man, this is another week of the podcast, the Squatch Watchers podcast. Yeah. I'm Taylor Cook.
And I'm David Martin, a.k.a. Super Dave.
And if you don't know who we are, shame on you, because this is like episode 15 or so, and it's doing pretty well.
Yeah. Yeah, I'm getting into the seat here.
Yeah.
So the butt sweat will be mine here before
Yes. I don't know about you, but I am so happy, and I wish this hat was just red, and that's all I'm going to say, but I'm a very happy man.
Yes. I think we have positive signs ahead of us, and I can tell you a lot of terrible things going on right now, and I hope that all gets turned around pretty soon. So, but the Lord's blessed us, and we're just going to take that and run with it.
Yep, that's all we'll say about it from here on out. We're happy now. And speaking of which,
what which?
Well, there's a bunch of them apparently now. Let's just jump right into this. Let's not waste any time with people.
All right, let's go. Let's get on with it.
Did you see on the TV today four expert specialists talking about UFOs, and they think that they're interdimensional creatures now. This was on TV today, and they come from the ocean.
Okay, so remember, I always tell you the movies are always giving us little hints of truth.
And can I interrupt you just
go ahead.
One time? This is the last time, and David's going to take it away. We will get into Bigfoot in this episode, and it's very, very good. So bear through it with this.
Oh, it's Bigfoot and aliens. It's all they're cousins.
But yes, take it away.
So I'm a huge Indiana Jones fan.
Yeah.
That's my alter ego outside of Michael Myers. I got a dark side. Okay. But Indiana Jones, the fourth installment. Do you know the movie well?
The Crystal Skulls?
The Crystal Skull, Kingdom of the Crystal Skull, yes.
Yep.
So, do you remember the ending of Indiana Jones and Kingdom of the Crystal Skull?
I do not.
All right. So when Ott is sitting there, he's been babbling through the whole movie, and then all of a sudden the alien comes back together and he gets his mind back, right? Mm-hmm. And then they're all talking like, they're aliens. Where do they come from? And he says, they're interdimensional beings. They're from between. They're in between the spaces, is what he said.
Yeah. In
the movie.
Whenever they say like interdimensional, do you just think? I think like this ain't to cut you off. This could go in with that. Do you think they're talking about there is a hell? They're actually agreeing to it, but it's Satan using his coded words.
It goes along biblically, okay? Because we go back, and I can go to Book of Job. I think it's Book of Job, chapter 1, verse 4. It says, God asked the devil, says, "What are you doing?" And he says, "Oh, nothing, just walking up and down between the two worlds." That's going to be my go-to scripture, my go-to verse. You can go look it up. It's there.
And interdimensional was not a word back then, people.
Nope.
So that's the way
between the two worlds.
Yeah.
And so I was talking to Jaden the other night, and trying to get her to understand some things. And so when you're raising kids and you're trying to talk to an audience and you're trying to get them to buy into your theory, okay? There is a war happening right now.
Yeah.
The Bible says that we fight against principalities. My guardian angels right now just stabbed 2 demons trying to get a hold of me, I'm sure.
Yeah.
Because they're forever trying to attack me. They know just how to get to me.
You sent me a video the other day with a guy like trying to climb out of a ditch, and it looked like a demon was attacking him.
Yes. There was another video that's out there, and I know everybody's seen it, where the kids, it's a young guy just walking along, and he's got a backpack on, and this other guy jumps out and is going to attack him. Some kind of being leaves the body of this young man, goes over and attacks this other guy, and then goes back into the other being.
Yeah. Who And then, who is the preacher, the bishop, who's got the beard, that has the eye patch
I love him.
Did you know that there was video the night before he got attacked of the black thing climbing up the wall and going into the doors?
I haven't seen that yet.
I'll have to try to find that and flash it up. People do not hate me if I can't find it and flash it up. But there was a video of the demon going up the wall and into the thing the night he got attacked. But back to the aliens. I don't want. I know. No. I mean, that's interdimensional.
You're on a rabbit trail. We're on a rabbit trail. Interdimensional. You're talking about the demon that attacked him.
Yeah. Okay. He went into the attacker.
So now here again, I got goosebumps just now. We'll talk about Denzel Washington is one of my top favorite actors. Okay, Morgan Freeman. I love Morgan Freeman.
Even though he don't.
Anthony Hopkins. I love.
Just wanted to let everyone know these new Squatch Watchers caps that are in our store are going pretty quick. If you hadn't had a chance to secure one of these things yet, make sure you do. I'm sitting here right now just scrolling through our Squatch Watchers store, and these things are getting a lot of looks. If you haven't had a chance to cop one yet, they do have Squatch Watchers on the back and this thing on the front. I might even throw some pictures in to snag. Hate doing these type of commercial type things, but I'm just behind the scenes right now waiting on David and the guys to get here so we can film our new episode this week. But again, shout out to Levi for creating this hat. I had a vision, I sent it to him, and he come out with it, and I love it. So thank you again, Levi, for that. But everyone, all of our Squatch Watcher followers, please make sure you go get one of these caps. They're limited. We might do some different color runs depending on how good this one does. We might add a little blue in it. I might add a little bunch of different colors. But let us know what you think of this hat. And if you haven't got one, make sure to go get one. This hat means a lot to us. It's kind of stepping out a little more. But yeah, if you want a new Squatch Watchers hat or any Squatch Watcher hat, go to our store. There might be something right here panning up and down, just showing you how to get there. Go to our store, check out our merch, and tell us what you like. Tell us what you'd like to see more of. But yeah, thank you so much for everyone that has supported us so far with this new Squatch Watcher hat. Thank you again so much. God bless you, and back to the show.
There was a movie Denzel watched in 1998 called The Fallen. And I'm telling you, they try to tell us more than we ever could know in the movies. So we're sitting here talking about the priest, and we'll get his name with the I, and he's a religious guy who got attacked by supposedly a demon, a dark figure. I totally believe that. So
that just put cold chills on me. Oh, go ahead with Denzel. This is going to be a crazy podcast.
There's a movie called The Fallen he starred in, and the premise of it is there is a demon that is possessed, and I've always said a demon has to have a host.
Yeah. And
they can even get into animals. So the whole premise of the movie is this guy's on death row, and the demon can only transfer through touch. If he touches you, he can enter into Taylor and vice versa. So this guy can't be touched because he's on death row. They're not allowed to touch him. So the idea is once he's dead, the demon will because he's only got so long out of a body and he can't enter into another one. He'll die. The whole premise of the movie. Watch the movie. I'm telling you, this stuff goes on more than we know. And if you don't have your soul guarded and you're not washed in
I've got my coin right here all the time.
You know what? People was asking. I got some more on the way, by the way, nice. So we can start maybe doing some giveaways and stuff, with some folks. But I got like 2 sets coming, 2 different ones. But they're all based on Ephesians, full body armor, full armor of God. So, but anyway, the movie The Fallen. We'll get on to that. So you said you got goosebumps.
Yeah. Did you see who else said he got attacked by a demon?
No.
Tucker Carlson.
Oh, no.
And this is true. This is real. He done like a full behind the scenes. So him and his family were he was sleeping. He woke up and he had the scratch marks and everything. He fought a demon. A demon attacked him. Tucker Carlson, who's got a big name in the world, was attacked by a demon. And he's got a whole video about telling about it. He was walking through the woods. It happened in the vacation. Like he got literally attacked by a demon.
Wow.
With his wife there. And this happened like within a year ago.
Wow, I did not.
And he just now came out about it.
I'm gonna want to see that.
Yeah, I don't know if I can play that one, people, because copyright stuff.
Yeah.
But yeah, Tucker Carlson got attacked by a demon, and he had the scratch marks on his. He has the scratch marks, pictures, and everything.
My goodness.
Yeah, and he has nothing to lie about for that.
I mean, he's got nothing to gain from it. And listen.
That was my rent free, by the way.
Yeah,
that the Tucker Carlson.
That's
thing.
cool. anyway, we're not going to sit here and tell you anything we don't believe is true.
Yeah.
And we'll tell you some stuff we don't quite understand, and you guys can, do with it as you will. But
I'll flash pictures up of him talking about it. Maybe that way. But it's pretty crazy. He got attacked.
So cool. All right.
So that goes into the video that you
Interdimensional.
sent me.
Yes. Yeah, interdimensional.
Yeah, no, cloaked.
Still, to me,
yeah.
Could go either
Yes,
way.
yes.
Go either way. Walking behind the veil.
Yes.
We're going to talk about Cloaked for a little bit. I know you and Tate had an experience where y'all saw Cloaked, and I was goofing and I didn't get to see it.
And me and Paige would never just tell people, "Oh, it's cloaked." Who'd say that thing that ran out in front of me and her just wasn't cloaked, and we just thought it was blacked? Mm-hmm. I don't know, because it looked almost like the video that you're about to show.
And Hillary, on the same stretch of road, we stopped the car and watched the predator effect.
Yeah.
Walk across the road. And I don't mean it wasn't like it was over with that quick. No, this thing went step, 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 up the hill, and then into the woods.
So yours went the opposite way of ours.
Yeah,
ours went down the hill.
Yeah, yours went
towards you.
Yours went, driver's side. This went passenger side.
Wow.
And and we both looked at each other like, what? And I'm like, she's like, yeah. She said everything was it was like it. You could see through it, but it was like it was blurry and everything was marble and bending light, and it was just unreal. And I'm like, that is the closest thing to a predator effect. And like the other night in the woods, I told you, predator effect. That's what I was getting in the trees.
Yep. And Tate was really shooken that night, the other night.
God, okay, so we all saw a UFO. All three of us have different descriptions, and we were all looking at the same thing.
Yeah.
Okay. I'm sitting there, and I'm watching what happened to Tate, and I thought something else happened, and you think something else happened. He thinks something else happened.
Yeah.
And we were all right there together.
Yeah.
So what do you think happened to Tate?
Tate, this is no shot at Tate. I love him to death. His walk with God ain't as strong as it used to be. And Tate, when you're watching this is you always want the truth from me, and that's what I'm saying. Yep. That's what I see. And to me, his walk with God, because he's, it's not. I'm not gonna put a business out there, but his walk with God, he's been busy, and
he's got a lot. He's got a lot coming.
That's why I asked him in the video, and there was people that work with the city who told me, there's like, hey, that was really brave of you to ask Tate that. I was like, well, I did it because I love him. He's my brother.
That's right.
But
he's our best friend.
Yeah. Now God will never leave you.
But that doesn't mean you can't be as strong with your relationship,
But he did say he saw something moving too.
Correct.
Playing with him.
So
cloaked.
So, in my opinion, Tate was knocking on the tree. Whatever came at Tate came out of the tree.
Yep.
It came out of the tree, everybody.
The pagan.
Now, what I saw, I actually was wondering how he hit the tree to make whatever flew off the tree almost hit him. And then when he dropped so quick, I realized that he wasn't goofing. He didn't hit something with the bat. Whatever flung out of that tree, actually, it came with force. I think it came out of the tree.
Yeah.
Now, that's my opinion. I was there. That's what my eyes seen. And the guy couldn't get up off the ground for 20 minutes.
Yeah. And then there was people saying, whenever, like, we were sitting there, you were on your phone, and David never wears a hat. He was fixing his hat, and people was like, oh, David threw a rock. David's in the clip. I would have edited him out if he threw the rock. He's standing there.
Guys, just you're watching the videos, you'll see I'll hold a rock in my hand, and you'll see me with it. And then you'll hear me say, this is me. I'm going to throw the rock. I want you to hear my hit, and then we're all going to listen and see if there's a response. I'm not going to punk you.
No.
And so, this night was a really strange night for us because you heard me.
And we're not even saying that a rock hit the bat to knock it over. Something either fell out of the tree and whatever and knocked the bat over. Like,
we didn't ever say I was goofing when the bat fell.
Yeah. You were doing
Bigfoot calls.
Yeah, I hate heartburn. But yeah, you had your hands like, woo. And honestly, I was wanting to be like, David, shut that beep up. Because something like knocked the bat over. Like, he was working. David was doing his job for the team and working, trying to get us stuff for you guys. And then, but you can't make everybody happy. But that was an incredible night.
was a good hunt.
Yes.
It was a fun hunt.
Yes. But back to the cloak.
Boogers
People
got
at
after
home,
us.
this video that he's about to bring up, it's a man who went on a camping trip with his family.
Yeah.
He set up a trail camera. He set the trail camera up, and this has went around a little bit, but people have sent it to us. Not even you. Someone has sent it to the Squatch Watchers email. So it's squatchwatcherspodcast@gmail.com. Sent it to us and sent it to my personal one. He was on a camping trip. He set up a trail camera. At the end of the trail camera, he got a really good video. It's playing right here. Hang on, sorry.
There we go.
So he gets a really, really good video of what we have seen before, but I want David's take on this because he sent it to me and he's been licking his chops at this just like I have. I'm sorry, everyone that's just listening, but I battle heartburn like crazy when I diet terrible. And I drink sodas and eat pasta. And
Cayenne pepper tablets will change your life.
But where was this located? Montana or something?
Yeah, this ain't from around here. This is
Yellowstone.
in Alberta. This is in Alberta.
Okay. So this guy, he set up a trail camera and then he gets this fabulous video of what cloaked being. But you take it over.
So what I like about the video is the guy tells you up front, he's like, look, we film stuff all the time, and he'll show you, hey, we got our Jeep stuck, and they're working on getting the Jeep out of a ditch, and there's hikers walking behind them. They don't even know we're there. So he said, we film things all the time that we didn't even see. So he said it's not like it's impossible to do, but he constantly leaves cameras up at night. He said he never catches nothing. Excuse me. And he wanted to do this because someone asked him to, and he puts it up on a fluke. And he gets about 2 minutes of night vision that is really, really good. And we're going to
flip it sideways. He's talking about it. Shout out to him, and his YouTube channel is Voyager Overload. So there's his shout out. And buddy, this is pretty great from what I've seen. And this is our entertainment purposes only. Whatever David says about this, don't take it to heart if it's good, bad, or whatever. But it did impress me. So here we go. Look at the rocks.
So we're going to watch this and give you our honest opinion of this.
Okay.
There's no sound on.
Okay, good. So people that are watching it, it's a trail camera live footage.
So you watch there at the Jeep, and you already see the movement. Okay.
Yep.
And then you see it through the Jeep on the other side
of the Jeep.
Wow. And then you see it over there in
just
front
went
of the
by.
Jeep. Again in front of the Jeep. Again to the Jeep, looking at the camera, over there at the camera.
Whoa! That popping sound you're hearing was not David biting his fingernails. That was okay, so I must have just got lazy and didn't watch all of it because I didn't know it come right up at the camera like that.
Okay. So now, what do you think?
It kind of looks like something that ran across the road to us, but
the bright, brilliant eyes.
Yes, that's what throws me off.
No. If I'm listening to your story, that's what your creature looked like.
Yes.
With the great big white eyes.
Yes, it does. It does, and it was black to us, but from far off with light shining on it, that's the only way you can describe.
So
black.
You could see that there when it's in front of the Jeep. It's dark.
Yes. Yep. And the eyes. Yes.
And then it walks in front of the Jeep. But it's still translucent. You can see through it.
And this come out 4 years after we had that sighting. There's video document of us talking about that sighting before.
There's things on this video that I can explain away.
Yeah.
I believe I can. Now, we had in our possession for 3 minutes and 45 seconds a premier monocular FLIR device for us to review until somebody looked at the sun with, look at this here, buddy. Woo!
I was painting with it. I was like, oh, it's making cool lines.
So he painted
a snake.
The sensor, the thermal optical sensor. You can't look at the sun and you can't look at fire.
But it looks like a floater now. Like when you have a floater in your eye, it looks like that's burned into the camera.
So that camera still works. But when you move it, that goes everywhere, right?
Yeah.
Okay. So I know night vision has got some similar technology. Couldn't help but bring that up.
Yeah.
But right up close to the camera, when you see all that,
Yeah.
you know,
Bobbing and weaving.
I think that might be some kind of burned image into the digital workings of that camera from just being set up so many times, because he's used that camera a lot. And then you go into night vision, and it's just picking up on maybe some old stuff. Now, I don't know if that's possible. People chime in on that. Let me know what you talk. You get tech guys. You know what? I got a guy that can watch that and tell me if that's true or not. We're going to come back to this video, and I'm going to talk to my buddy Elgin, and he will tell me definitively if the last part of that is a camera malfunction.
Well, see, I've seen where cameras, like door ring bell cameras, where people are walking around their car and it makes them look invisible.
Mm-hmm.
But I've never seen one. But that's just a camera malfunction of somebody walking around the car. I've never seen a camera or heard of a camera. This is just me on all my editing, but I'm no expert like your buddy or Thinker Thunker. This might be a video for you.
Yes.
But talk to your buddy about it. But I've never seen one where it can burn a replay over and over in it, because why wouldn't the camera do it every time he does it? He puts it up.
That's correct, but he don't always set it up at night to do the night vision.
Well, that guy should go back and reset it up.
He could
over and over.
But yeah, and just see.
But I see what you're talking about. That could be where somebody's walking up to the camera, cutting it off,
and just
and it's burning
repetitively.
Yes.
And then checking to make sure it looks like we do ours from the podcast.
And that's a truthful side.
But secondly, how many we use night vision all the time,
and ours never gets burned.
Do you ever see my eyes glow?
No.
Do we ever catch our own eye shine?
No.
So what in that video is walking and you can see the eye shine through both sides of the Jeep?
That's what's impressive.
You got to think about that. The IR is not going to reflect.
And who's to say the Jeep windows weren't tinted a little bit too?
Oh, you know they are. I mean, you can look in the video that they're tinted windows. I mean, mild tint, not like limo tint. But I'm telling you, something is definitely in that video.
And is it nocturnal? It's got the big eyes. Is that the big creatures with the big eyes?
Okay, so
that would do that.
We're gonna go back and we're gonna look one more time here.
That's pretty impressive. Pretty dang impressive. Look at you stealing my idea.
You taught me. You taught
I
me
do
how
that
to
on
fish.
all TikToks now.
I did not know I could do this.
You can do it on TikTok too, and you don't have to sit there and watch.
This really blows my gourd.
See, there was him setting it up, and he didn't have glasses on.
So now we're gonna go back.
And here's another thing: why didn't it do it the entire time of the video?
Well, that's true.
It only did it at that one time.
That's true. Now look, when this thing comes out, whatever these beings are, whatever we're seeing at this Jeep, it ain't like
right there it went again.
They're not. It's not like they're 7-8 feet tall.
Yeah,
they're normal height. Okay.
And that flashing you see is the camera like resetting its IR. That right there to me looks like a person with a hood on, but it's clear. Like,
but that whatever those beings are not like gargantuanly tall. They're just average person size. So that can be. I can see both sides of it. It's definitely strange. Is it interdimensional? I don't know.
Oh my gosh! I just getting cold chills.
What caused the eye shine? Was it demonic? I'd be more inclined to say it's something demonic than it is Bigfoot related.
Who's to say they don't come from the water too? Like everybody's trying to say that aliens, and now they're saying the aliens can interdimensional. Who's to say the portals aren't underneath the water?
Well, there's supposedly demons chained under the Euphrates River.
Yeah, and it dried up.
So I mean, there's lots of things.
And then where I'm getting to it, they saying like we're talking about cloaking. What animal underwater can cloak instantly onto anything?
I'm gonna let you say it because you brought it up. I mean, it's an amazing
octopus.
creature.
They cloak instantly. Cloak,
disappear. You just right before your eyes.
So if I told somebody, man, I saw this creature, not telling them what it is, man, it just changed into a tree. It changed right onto a tree and or turned clear. Like nobody would believe you until you say an octopus. Like chameleons can do it too, but the octopus is instant. But it just like that. Well, who's to say a Bigfoot don't have that same technology if they are the interdimensional creatures? But that's all I'm going on that. That's my thing on Cloak. I think that was a cloaked Bigfoot.
Dennis Weaver back in late 60s, early 70s made a horrific picture about the premise again. An alien bounty hunter or guy came to Earth to capture these aliens that escaped from his ship, and you couldn't even see them for the most part because they blended in with everything. How do people think that stuff up? You know, now I'm always going back to the movies that are always telling you something.
Yep.
Simple as Boggy Creek. He always travels the creek. You know.
And there you go.
I mean, back to the water. That's just a little throwback to what you said. Could it be a water source? I don't know.
Holy water.
Yeah, but I'm telling you, guys, I don't know where you fall in the conspiracy world.
We're pretty deep, you know.
I'm deep. There is no potion to make me big again, okay? And I don't even listen to a lot of this 2030 agenda crap.
You know, I know Trump, you know, he watches us all the time. Trump, please release the JFK files.
They won't.
I know. He said he would, but that's a big conspiracy.
I doubt they won't.
And if they were to release that one, there would be no more conspiracy theories because that was like one of the first ever conspiracy theories. If you think about it,
it's the biggest
the
cover
most popular one.
That and the moon landing.
Yes, yeah. But please, Trump, I know you're a huge fan of us. But please, please.
So, 1973, biggest flop that I've ever heard of.
I want to cut you off on this one.
He's cutting me off, y'all.
People commented Elvis and the moon landing. Shoot. Or do you need a whole episode about it?
What do you mean? We can.
You told us to remind you about Elvis and the moon landing, how they tied together.
Oh my God!
Next episode, everybody.
Next episode, we're gonna have to research it again. My brain.
You told us to remind you about it. People commented Elvis and the moon landing.
Oh God!
You said that you knew a way they tied together or something like that.
I did. There was some really. I gotta go back and dig my info up. I don't want to give you anything sketchy. But I'm going to give you something sketchy to think about. Soylent Green. 1973. Flopped. It was a horrible movie to theater. I mean, it was not received well. It was terrible. They lost tons of money making the movie. It was a horrible movie.
Sounds like Kamala Harris. Oh, my bad. Sorry about that. No, I didn't mean to get onto that. Sorry. Let's go.
The problem is with this movie is they were trying to tell you something in 1973. And I believe that for a long time, that movie has come true, and we just don't know it. And if we honestly knew what was in our food sources, we probably wouldn't be eating anything from the grocery stores and fast food. We would probably be more inclined to raise our own food again. I'm going to leave you with that. You can do your own research on Soylent Green, and it's an eye-opener. And I get deep into food. I mean, I've cut a lot of stuff out of our diet. I don't eat a lot of processed foods. I'm back in health. I'm the best health I've ever been in. I take 0 medications. I take nothing a doctor prescribes for me. I don't need it. And best health I've ever been in, you guys. So keep praying for us. And that's this podcast, and we'll be praying for you guys.
God bless you, and I hate to cut it short, but Cloak Bigfoots are real, and I think that could be real.
Cloak Bigfoots are real because we've seen too many of them.
Yes, I think that could be real, but we'll follow back up on this. People drop comments. Let us know what you think. He's going to talk to his brother, his friend Eugene.
Elgin.
I'm
going to send Elgin this video.
And if y'all want to, tag Thinker Thunker in this. I want to hear his take
absolutely.
on this.
Absolutely.
Yeah. And God bless you. Buy merch. It helps support all of our hunts. Yeah, and we're going to push that. And we got a house call coming up, hopefully in Lake James. We got to call that lady. I forgot.
Yes, I was going to ask you about that.
Yes.
So hold on to your butts. It's going to get real.
Peace.
Peace.